Hi my friends, and welcome to our next video on this new little channel where we have left the old channel shining our bright light and wish to go deeper into our true selves and just have a look at different ways we can help ourselves live in this world today. So it does not really matter at all where we are on the planet, whether we live in the city, in the country, whether we are living alone or with some people. The subjects I touch on and I wish to look deeper into are all about really a relationship with ourselves and finding ways to truly live a good life where we are, no matter what's going on around us. So let's go back to the basics. We'll just start off with a little relaxation together. So right where you are, get really comfortable. Take a nice deep breath into your belly. Feel the air going through your nose, through your nostrils, softly and gently, all the way down into your lower belly. See how slow and how calm and how silent you can make your breath. Allowing ourselves to cherish this very moment of simply breathing. Long, slow in-breaths through the nose and long, slow out-breaths through the nose. Feel how when you just point your attention to this one area of life, how calming it is. How peaceful it is. And when we do this, we enter the door to heaven. We go through the door of our hearts into the world within, this mighty place where everything comes from, the origin of all life, God Himself, God herself, consciousness, this enormous world that we hold within, that we really have forgotten existed. In all our busyness and striving, all our activity and the impressions we got from people around us, we thought that we were just these physical beings trying to make it through life. And that was it. That was all there was. And when we die, it's all gone. And as we awaken, we realize that this body of ours, this physical life, is only really a tiny part of me. And it is a a finite part of me. So this body is born and it dies, it leaves, it comes into existence, and then it returns to the earth. But our deeper, mightier, and you can say much more important part is infinite. So when we came into this body, we as infinite beings became finite for a while. We are experiencing what it is like to be in a physical state, with all that this entails in a physical world. And as we go through life and we start awakening, life for most of us becomes too painful, where we just feel we cannot continue having that outlook that we had before. We discover the door to heaven within our hearts. As Jesus said, the heavenly realm is within you. It's not somewhere out there, it's in here. So we realize, oh my goodness, there's something much, 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 much greater than this earthly life. And now I want to connect with it. I want to get to know it. And as I get to know it, I realize that is really the true me. That world holds my true self. And as it was beforehand, we had to die to go through this process because it was so intense and transformative. It was so powerful that we could not stay in the physical body. When we got this realization, we had to leave the body. But where we are now, we are able, because we have come up in vibration so far, that our bodies are vibrating at such a high level, because we have released so much of all the old ways, all the 3D lifestyle, all the pain, all the conflict, all the suffering, and so we are vibrating higher, and therefore we can actually stay in our bodies and have the realization that we are spirit. We are not what we thought we were. We are much, much, much more. And so as we integrate this, as we go through this process, which can be, of course, can be really, really strange and difficult, and we maybe feel we're going crazy, but as we get used to it, that we are these multidimensional beings, we are not just this physical self, the next step for us is to integrate this into our lives, to in a way restart our lives, to maybe leave where we have been living. We might want to stay. It can be different. It is different for everyone. But really, creating conditions for ourselves where the new us can really flourish. And as we go through this, we can sense that, for instance, it might be our job. The job we're doing, it just does not resonate anymore. We cannot do this job anymore. It just does not suit us anymore. And as I see it, the so-called job we will be doing is one that we love to do. And our wage, if we are paid with money, it will just be secondary for us, because we do what we love to do. And that is the way of the Spirit. The Spirit does what it loves to do, and it will be provided for. Because this new state of being is a state of abundance. We know that abundance is the truth. Abundance is all there is. And so we might change our job, we might change everything in our lives, but one thing that we will definitely do is change our relationships. So some people we will leave because we just cannot be with those people anymore. And it's not because they're bad people, it's simply because we do not resonate with them anymore. And some people we might stay with, and this is, as you probably have discovered in my videos, this is a big thing in my life, relationships. I think I'm very much a family person, and having deep, healthy relationships is really, really a big thing for me. And what I feel is coming up is that I become very, very clear with my boundaries. And beforehand, I felt I had to explain everything very, very carefully and just sort of go through a whole list of why this and why this, why I feel as I do. And where I've reached to now is that I can just say no. And if they ask, well, why not? I can just say, I don't feel like it. But why aren't you doing this and this? I don't feel like it. I just don't feel Why don't you take the phone when I call? I didn't feel like it. Why don't you answer my text messages? I didn't feel like it. And this is where we're moving into this way of life where we set each other completely free. No matter whether we're married to each other or we have a friendship, whatever it is, we set each other free to be us. And the people who can't tolerate that, they'll just have to go away. So it's just too bad. But see, when we turn it around, we wish the same for them. We don't wish them to be doing things that they don't want to do. We want them to do things in their lives that they genuinely want to do. We want them to be authentically here and not living in some addiction or some being intertwined with other people where they just feel that they have to do things because it's expected of them. So this is where we're going into, and it's just, I think it's incredibly freeing. And if we at the same time use these practices I've been sharing with you with the manifestation tools, that when we our DCA could be healthy relationships. People I'm with are deeply loving and authentic. That is my reality. And make a scene where we can see that we are not in unhealthy relationships anymore, because it simply does not resonate with the way we are now. So yeah, it's really, really wonderful where we're going, and it is all about how we decide to live our lives day by day. So there's so much on the internet, I've mentioned that before, with all the channelings, all the channel, there's a huge amount of YouTubers who are giving us channelings, and also the astrologers who are telling us what's going to happen. But as I see it, the most powerful thing you can do is connect with yourself and ask yourself, what is my next step? Where am I in my life right now? How do I feel? Is there something I need to release from my life? Is there someone I need to release from my life? Is there something I feel is tying me down? and to simply stay there and not be so occupied with what's going to happen, because in reality what is going to happen is completely different for everyone, because it depends on their own point of view. So we're all looking from different angles onto what could be the same thing. And some see the world as absolutely beautiful and coming into harmony more and more. And some people see the earth as in complete chaos and everything's so bad and terrible, and they're just hoping that it's going to sort itself out. So we are all looking from our own point of view. And the more we find this place of balance and we come deeply into the now moment and live our lives exactly from where we are right now, we cannot help but create an absolutely fantastic life. It just it does not it cannot not happen, because we are in this high vibration ourselves. So instead of asking what's going to happen, we can ask ourselves, what do I want to create today? What do I want to see in the world around me? Do I want to see more peace? Do I want to see more authenticity? More people who are thriving? Beautiful nature? Clean water? Beautiful blue skies with no pollution? What do I want to see in the world around me? Okay, well, how do I create that? Because I am the creator. So in a way, when we're asking people to tell us what's going to happen, we spend all this energy, our creator energy, on listening to someone who's going to tell us what's going to happen in 2 years. So the energy, in a way, is diluted. So it's not that it's not, I watch them myself sometimes, these predictions, but really it does not catch my interest for very long, because I know that the true power lies in me right now. And also, is life not more exciting when we don't know what's going to happen? Isn't it actually much more adventurous when we don't know what's round the corner? But when we practice these skills of manifestation and creation and feeling good in the moment and believing with all our heart and all our mind that round the corner is something very beautiful, when we practice this and see that when we get round the corner it is actually very beautiful what's happening, we are empowered to create even more of that. So keep coming back to the fact that I am creating what is coming next. I'm creating it from within, with the way I think, the way I feel, the way I treat myself. It's all in my hands. So, yeah, it's just really, really fascinating and wonderful to see that if we dare to stand in our truth, the world will shape itself according to that. Don't feel bad about standing in your truth and saying no. If you need to say no to someone, I don't want to do it. Feel the power and feel how the world does actually mold itself when you stand very, very clear in your truth. You beautify the world. So yeah, I hope you could use some of this today, and that's what I wanted to share with you. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you for being here on the channel. It's very special that you're here. See you, my friend.